So, like I said before, I'm stopping my what ifs and moving into top tens, for now at least. My So I figured that this is a good way to start off these top tens. So, without further ado, I'm Dragon Keep, and this is my top 10 worst quirks in My Hero Academia. Now, I'm only gonna be looking at quirks that we know the actual name for, and I'm going by how well that I think they can go in combat. So, and by the overall look. And keep in mind that this is my own opinion. So, if you have your own opinion and think one of these quirks is great, that's okay by you, but I do not. Either way, let's get into it. Number 10, we have Invisibility. This quirk is owned by Toro Hakakure. She's just invisible. What's bad about it is that she can't turn it off. Like, if I had this quirk, I don't want to get naked just to not be detected. I mean, sure, yes, there are some things that are good with it, which is why it's really low on this list. But ultimately, I just don't want it. Number 9. Copy. This quirk is owned by Class 1B owned by Naito Monoma. God, I hope I'm about to sing that right. Anyway, what happens is, if he touches you, he can copy your quirk. But that's the key thing. If he can touch you, I mean, we already have Kuragiri who can teleport. And there's other villains that can easily take him out without him touching them. Huh? Also, I feel like this is just a watered down version of All for One. And he can't even copy some quirks. Like in Season 5, where he couldn't copy Deku's quirk. Or Aries' quirk. And it basically means you have to either make sure you get in close, or be with a partner your entire life. Anyway, number 8, we have Permeation. This quirk is owned by Mirio. Okay, now before you all kill me, let me explain. I love Mirio. Yo. However, I'll deal with that notification later. However, his quirk is absolutely horrible. When it first activated, it tried to kill him. There's a bunch of work you have to do just to control it. And when it's just phasing, it's ultimately not worth it. Number 7, Meatball. This quirk is owned by Seiji Shishikura. Don't know if I pronounced that right, but we're gonna move on anyway. This quirk is absolutely disgusting. What happens is that he can mold his flesh any way he likes. He can also mold other people's flesh, but only to that of a meatball. It's just absolutely disgusting. I don't know about you, but I don't want to run around and hear people going, "Hey, it's the disgusting quirk user." Not for me. Number 6, homing. This quirk is owned by Snipe. Now, every other teacher seems to have a very powerful quirk. Eraserhead can erase your quirk. Then there's Cement Toss controlling cement. Present Mic, supersonic voice. Snipe, he has a gun. That's it. I mean, sure, it would work in America, but this is Japan. And with the quirks we now know about with the villains, it's ultimately a gun isn't gonna do anything. Number 5, Pop Off. Sorry. This quirk is owned by Mineta. Like I said before, these villains have insane powers. And growing sticky balls on your head ultimately isn't worth it. Especially when the main villain can just disintegrate them with his touch. Yeah, good luck. Number 4, Tail. This quirk is owned by martial artist Ojiro. Do I even need to explain this here? It's just a tail. That's it. Sure, you can use it as an extra limb, but it's still a tail. It'll just get in the way more than anything. Number 3. Telescopic. This quirk is owned by Tatami Nakagami. Yeah, I definitely didn't pronounce that right. So what happens is she can fold herself into her body. But the problem here is it takes so long for her to get out of her own body compared to how quick it is to fold in. So ultimately, it's just gonna make you a target. Sure, you could block one attack. But once you start folding out, you're open for another. With ample time. Number 2. Zoom. This quirk is owned by Mei Hatsume. It's really no wonder why she's in the support class. Her quirk is that she can... It just allows her to see very far. That's it. I mean, sure, it can be useful. But only if you're someone like Snipe and just have a fucking gun. Okay. Before I continue to my number 1, I would like to have an honorable mention. Well, a few honorable mentions. In Season 4, there's a reporter that has a quirk that can grow. That allows him to grow cameras out of his body and print the pictures. Don't ask me how, I have no idea. Maybe they come out of his butt, I don't know. But ultimately, I think the quirk is called Camera Lens, but I don't know the guy's name, and I really don't want to call him Reporter Guy. Then there's the Sliding Hero sliding quirk, and One for All before it got the stockpiling part. But we don't know the names of it, so I've kept them out of this list. Now, despite every one of these quirks being bad, they can ultimately be used for combat. Even Mei, she'd be excellent with a sniper rifle. Forget the scope. Number 1 worst quirk is Confession, owned by Shin Nemeto. When I first saw this guy, I was really hyped. I thought he looked cool, so I thought his quirk would be cool as well. If Shigaraki, Kurigiri, and Dabi had anything to say about it. But no! It just allows you to have your enemies tell the truth. That's it. Even he knows that he is a bad quirk. That's why he has a gun. Ultimately, he works for a bunch of bad guys. Guys, there's no redeemable qualities for this quirk. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in next month where I talk about my top 10 Mario quirks. Sorry, Mario power-ups. Until then, I'm Dragon Keep, and I'll catch you in the next one.